So between trying to win golf tournaments, picking Ryder Cup captains and Sky Sports commentary, how do you actually find time to play golf?
Well, 3 kids and writing a few articles, yeah. I'm a busy boy, but it's all good, it's all stuff I enjoy, and I seem to be getting the balance about right anyway. I'm playing pretty nicely, so I can't complain.
It's been a great season so far, 3 seconds, winner's circle, you got a feel for it?
Yeah, well, golf's a funny. I'm playing great, and you can't guarantee when you're going to win. I've won tournaments, when I've not been in great form, and here we are. I'm playing beautifully, and I can't quite get across the winning line. But I'm very happy with how I've sort of conducted myself and felt when I've been in these situations. So I'm not concerned by the fact that I haven't won at all. I'm delighted that I keep giving myself the opportunity, and if I can keep doing that, then the wins will come.
So at the start of a season, do you have like a target, or do you just literally taking it week by week and it just happens to be going really well for you?
Yeah, I think I have a sort of general overview of where I want things to go. I'm not someone that sits down and writes specific goals that we've heard Rory McIlroy talk about. I know where I want to get back, and that's sort of into the top 50 in the world, and that's going to take consistent, solid golf on a week-to-week basis. So yeah, it's all about playing well, performing well, and I'm starting to do that. So that's what's really exciting. I've managed to nick back into the world's top 100, so we're heading in the right direction. And it'll probably take a win or two to get into the top 50. But as I say, the way I'm playing, I'm giving myself the opportunities, and 1 or 2 shots here or there, and you get that victory, and all of a sudden you're in the top 50 where you want to be. So yeah, it's a bit more of a general mindset of where I want to get to, long-term thinking, interspersed with hopefully taking the opportunity when it comes.
And last time when we spoke to you, 2013, you then went on to win a big tour event.
Where have you been for the last 2 years?
Yeah, and your form's come back. Is there anything in specifically you could put your finger on that's really made it happen for you?
Well, I spent 3 years with Jonathan Wallett, who was an ex-wheelchair pro. Actually went off to Germany and Austria teaching and so forth, and he did a great job with me for 3 years and helped me get my form back on track, culminating with that win in 2013. We parted company at the start of this year. Felt like I just needed a fresh pair of eyes over my game to take me on again, and started working with a guy called Justin Parsons, good friend of mine over in Dubai, where I spend a lot of my winters now. And just a couple of very important, simple, I wouldn't say tips, but pieces of advice from him has really transformed my early season form, and reminded me what good golf I can play on a consistent level. So yeah, I'd have to give both of them a lot of credit, but more recently Justin Parsons, his advice has set me on the right path.
And last week in Spain, you were up there on the final day, and of course you had Jason Hempelman back on the bag. Must have been after 13 years. Nice to have him back on the bag, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing. I think 13 years ago, our last tournament, we finished second at Loch Lomond, and just by chance last week, my caddy couldn't make it. He had unfortunately his family member wasn't too well. He couldn't come. Rang Jason. Didn't know what he was up to. Had no idea where. I assumed he was on. He said he was on a bus. I assumed in Swindon, in Old Town. And he actually said, no, I'm on the bus at Heathrow, going to Barcelona, trying to get a job for the week. And I said, well, you've just got one. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, my caddy can't come. Do you want the works? Unbelievable. So that was a coincidence. And for a long time during the week, it looked like it was going to be this fairy tale of the reunion and the victory. Turns out it didn't quite work out that way, but second was great. And it was lovely to spend a week with Jason again. Great caddy, always has been, great friend. And that was a nice thing to share.
And always nice to bring good form into this week. Previous champion, you must love coming back here.
I do, it's a huge event. Here we are talking on Tuesday, and there's thousands of people around, and you certainly got the feel of a big championship, and it gets bigger every year. I've won it, as you say, but I've also played poorly the last few years. Haven't performed well here, so I'm looking forward to this week, coming in with the form I'm in. I'm confident at the moment. I've got to get the balance right between taking that confidence and still doing things well and executing my game plan and hitting good shots. But I come in really looking forward to it, and it's been a long time since I've stood on the first tee at Wentworth as confident as I am now. So hopefully that will stand me in good stead and I can perform well.
So for the people of Swindon, golfers of Swindon, you worth a sneaky each way this week, do you think?
Well, I was worth a sneaky each way a few weeks ago when my odds were a lot higher. So I'm not sure what odds I'm going to be now, but it's always nice to have people's support. So don't go more than a couple of quid, but hopefully I can come good for someone.
David, best of luck this week.
Cheers.